Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're going to break down a really crucial AWS service, one that will totally change how you manage your cloud infrastructure, AWS Systems Manager.
So, let me ask you something. Are you still juggling SSH keys and patching Bastion hosts just to get into your servers? Man, if that sounds familiar, you know the constant headache and the security risks that come with it. We've all been there, and trust me, there's a much better way.
Yeah, this traditional approach, it's not just inefficient, it's a security liability just waiting to happen. I mean, every open port is a potential doorway for attackers. And trying to manage SSH keys across a whole fleet of instances, that's just a recipe for chaos. But what if you could just get rid of all that overhead with one centralized, super secure solution? Well, that's exactly where AWS Systems Manager comes into the picture. So let's dive in and see how this thing can completely transform your cloud ops. At its very core, you can think of SSM as your mission control for operations. It's designed to bring all your management tools under one roof, make your daily tasks way simpler, and seriously boost your security. And get this, it's not just one tool. It's a whole suite of powerful capabilities. Just imagine managing entire fleets of servers, running scripts remotely, automating patching, securing your secrets, and doing it all from one single unified place.
Okay, so let's go back and tackle that first big pain point, server access, with what is honestly one of SSM's most powerful features, Session Manager.
This right here is a total game changer. You get full interactive shell access to your instances without ever exposing them to the public internet on port 22. That means no more Bastion hosts, those single points of entry that all too often become single points of failure, and no more SSH keys to lose track of.
So, how in the world does it work? Well, it's actually a beautifully simple and secure process. Your user, who's already authenticated through IAM, just requests a session. Then the SSM agent that's running on your instance makes a secure outbound call to the SSM service, which then tunnels your shell access right back to you. The absolute key here is that no inbound ports need to be open on your instance. None.
And this slide, it just makes the difference crystal clear. On the left, you've got the old way with open ports, Bastion hosts, and auditing that's a nightmare. Then, on the right, you have Session Manager, where all of that is replaced with a much more secure, streamlined approach. Your instances can be completely locked down from the outside world, and every single session is logged centrally. The security benefits are just undeniable.
And you know what? Getting started is surprisingly easy. You just need two things in place. First, the SSM agent has to be running on your instance. And good news, it's already pre-installed on most modern Amazon machine images. And second, the instance needs an IAM role with the Amazon SSM Managed Instance Core policy attached. That's what gives it permission to talk to the Systems Manager service.
Okay, so we've secured access to our servers. That's a huge win. Now let's tackle another critical security challenge: managing all that sensitive data inside our applications, like passwords and API keys. This is where another powerhouse feature of SSM, the parameter store, comes into play. The easiest way to think of parameter store is as a central secure vault for all the configuration values your applications could ever need. So instead of hard-coding secrets into your app's code, which is a huge no-no, you store them here, safe and sound. And here's where it gets really powerful and organized. You can arrange all your secrets in this logical, folder-like structure. Now, why is that so important? Because it lets you apply super granular IAM policies based on these paths, which gives you precise control over who or what can access specific secrets. This whole workflow completely separates your secrets from your code, which is just a fundamental security best practice. Your application, using its IAM role, simply asks for the parameter it needs. Parameter store then works with KMS for encryption, checks all the permissions, and securely delivers the value. No secrets are ever stored on disk or checked into your source code. It's beautiful. And it's also incredibly flexible. The standard tier is completely free and gives you up to 10,000 parameters, which, let's be honest, is more than enough for most of us. But if you need more capacity or bigger value sizes or some advanced features like setting expiration policies on your parameters, you can always opt in to the paid advanced tier.
So, how do you pull all this together? Especially if you're studying for an AWS certification, or you just want to apply these concepts effectively at your job. Let's distill it all down.
Okay, this slide is basically your secret weapon for any scenario-based question. Think of it as your SSM cheat sheet. If you see a phrase like secure access without open ports, boom, your brain should immediately scream Session Manager. If it mentions storing sensitive data, well, that's a job for a parameter store. Recognizing these patterns is the absolute key to mastering SSM.
And finally, let's lock in the 3 golden rules of SSM. First, always think automation. AWS loves solutions that reduce manual work. Second, remember that IAM is the gatekeeper for absolutely everything in SSM. And third, none of this magic works without the SSM agent running on your instances with the right permissions. Keep these 3 things in mind and you'll be well on your way.
So we'll leave you with this final thought. Now that you have a secure way to get into your servers and manage your secrets, what's the very first manual task you're going to automate with AWS Systems Manager? The possibilities are pretty much endless, and the power to build a more secure, more efficient cloud environment is officially in your hands.